Hello, quick video for the Peugeot 207 with a 1.4 HDi engine in it. Hopefully it might help someone else. It's a non-start will crank, but with a P0339 fault code. Most of the videos online will explain to replace the crankshaft sensor, which is here. I've replaced that crankshaft sensor, but it was still a non-start after a cam belt change. Now I stripped it back down, double checked my timing, everything's good, still same fault when cranking over. Now the reluctor ring, or the pickup for the crankshaft sensor on this engine, is part of the crankshaft timing gear, or not the idler, the pulley, the crankshaft pulley, but the actual gear which the timing belt wraps around. Now what happened in my case was sensor was good, even though it was replaced, still wouldn't crank, no start, but there was very slight damage to the reluctor ring on the crankshaft timing gear, which was the reason why it wouldn't start. Now the old gear, which I'll show you now, you can see this is the old gear now, which sits on the end of your crankshaft, and the sensor just runs a couple mil from there. Now relatively looks quite good, but it was just that small, try and focus, that small nick within the crankshaft timing gear reluctor ring that caused the P0339 error. I think it was intermittent crankshaft signal, but it was enough to stop the car from starting. So to replace this gear, I couldn't find anything online. I don't know if you needed a puller, etc, etc, but once your timing belt is off, obviously you'll have to undo this big bolt here which holds the crankshaft pulley on, and once the timing belt is off, this gear just literally pulls off the crankshaft by hand, quite simply, but just be mindful there's a keyway or a woodruff key on your crankshaft that will fall out. Just make sure that goes back in and locks the timing gear up, and that's the hole to put your pin in to lock the crankshaft for your timing. So for me it was just not so much a case of online saying that I needed to replace that sensor. It was the actual pulley at fault, and it only needed that small amount out, little nick there, which looks like it's had a bang at some point, but that was enough to stop the car from starting. So it's a common engine, the 1.4 HDi. I think it's Fiat have it, and a few Citroens and a couple of vans, possibly the Bipper and the Nemo, but just hopefully that'll help someone else out there with that problem. Okay, thank you very much.